I'll try the taco too as well, but I don't like cabbage on it though. Okay, I'm just gonna take a bite.
You know what? Can I steal a coffee from you? Demi, do you mind? Yes, okay. She's seduced.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Are they?
They're so good.
Let's just make the whole special about this.
I mean, I could talk about these tacos for an hour.
Before she became a pop star playing to sold-out arenas, Demi Lovato was the little girl from Albuquerque, New Mexico. She moved to Texas when her mother Diana got a job as a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. You were a bit of an entertainer right from the start, right? When did the entertainment bug bite you?
Actually, I mean, I was doing ballet and tap and jazz before kindergarten, and I just loved entertaining. And then I remember when I discovered who Shirley Temple was, and from then on I was like, I'm going to be the next Shirley Temple, damn it. I was like, going to work hard. And I guess that's why I achieved my goal so soon, was because I wanted to be the youngest person to win a Grammy. I wanted to be the youngest person to win an Oscar, like all of that. And I dreamt really, really far.
After competing in a string of child beauty pageants, Demi landed an audition for the popular children's show Barney and Friends.
How did it come about to go audition for Barney and Friends, which I feel like I've seen you on that one. I used to watch with my nieces. I'm a little older than you.
Yeah, the glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, glasses. That was the, yeah.
So how did that all come about? It's like a big deal to go audition for Barney and be cast.
Well, I auditioned once before. It was my very, very first audition. I auditioned when I was 5. And I made it down to like the last round of auditions or something like that. And I didn't make it because I didn't know how to read.
Demi tried out for Barney 2 years later and got the part. At the audition, she met Selena Gomez.
Is the band here? Not yet. Oh, I can't wait to see them because someday I want to play in the band too. I just remember like sitting there, I think Selena had a jacket and the concrete was really hot. So I asked her, I was like, can I borrow your jacket to sit on the concrete? We started coloring and that's how we met. And then fast forward like 14 years later, and here we are, like with having had our own Disney shows, you know, going through everything that we've been through and having songs on the radio. It's amazing.
Demi seemed confident but struggled with her body image. In a 2012 interview, she revealed that she suffered from bulimia.
Where did you start feeling like you didn't look like the other girls? Because you say that started very young, right?
When I was really young, I mean, I was like in diapers the first time that I ever felt like I just like would wrap my hand over my stomach. And it's just something that I feel like my mom had an eating disorder, and so I grew up around that. And I think if it's in that environment, you grow up learning those behaviors and those thoughts.
At school, Demi also dealt with being bullied. In a 2011 interview, the singer claimed she lost 30 pounds after classmates mercilessly teased her about her weight.
There's no worse feeling than being, you know, followed around a school by a group of girls who are saying horrible things to you. How old were you?
When I left school, I was 12 years old, and I started homeschooling, so it was like the very beginning of the 7th grade year.
Okay.
You know, I was at that age where everyone's growing and they're trying to figure out who they are. And I'm not saying that I was a little angel by any means. I mean, when you're a 12-year-old girl, like, you're going to say stuff back. But it just escalated to a point where it was no longer gossiping and bickering. It was like threats, and following through with those threats just made it unbearable to go to school, and I left.
And that was it?
Yeah, and my mom unenrolled me.
Despite the setbacks, Demi continued to focus on her craft.
After I booked Barney and Friends, I continued to audition for other roles and other things. And I booked some commercials, and once in a while I would get a break. But for the most part, I just was going to auditions, hearing the word no and getting really bummed out, but continuing to go. And there was a mini-series called As the Bell Rings, and I booked it, and then they were, on the episode I sang, and they were like, wow, she sings too. And it kind of snowballed after that in an amazing way.
Coming up,
we always had a strong chemistry, and them because I was under 18. This is so funny to me.
What?
I could just imagine my couch here and the tables here, and then like me watching crime shows for instead.
Wait, so are you telling me you sit and watch crime shows?
That's like all I do when I have time off.
Really?
Yeah, that's all I do.
By 2007, Demi Lovato's career was taking off.
What was your big break, would you say, where you felt like, God, Mom?
I feel like the big break was Camp Rock. We're here!
Camp Rock was a Disney film that featured the Jonas Brothers running a summer music camp for gifted teens.
Anyone that was auditioning for that movie wanted the role of Mitchie, and it was set to be a big movie on Disney Channel. And so when I booked that role, I mean, it was like the most crazy day of my life. Like I just remember screaming and like being so excited. That was kind of the day that I attribute to my life starting to change.
The TV musical was a hit.
And you were how old at that point?
I was 14.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing? You're 14 years old, and you're part of something that became so huge,
Yeah.
yet you have to act like an adult and like take this all in. But
Right.
it's not easy, right? I mean, because you're 14 years old at the end of the day. You're a young woman, young girl.
Young girl, yeah. I always felt like an adult, so when I showed up to set, I was there to work.
Demi contributed 3 songs to the Camp Rock soundtrack. The young actress impressed the executives at Hollywood Records.
I remember there was a manager that I took a meeting with, and they had a client that was very, very similar to my position with Disney Channel, and I remember I asked them. They said, yeah, well, we'll get started on your album. And I was like, okay, when? And I think it was 15. They're like, well, in about like 6 months, and I was like, because you're going to lose the momentum of Camp Rock.
And you're right. I mean, ultimately, you should be asking those questions.
Yeah.
Exactly what you should be doing. It's just amazing that it happened at such a young age.
In 2008, Demi released her debut album, Don't Forget. At the same time, the teenager was doing press for Camp Rock and touring with the Jonas Brothers.
Where it got tricky was when, like, you're trying to go through puberty and all that uncomfortable stuff that teenagers don't want to talk to their parents about. Going in front of all of that in front of the public eye was what kind of, I think, made it really challenging.
In October 2008, at Miley Cyrus's Sweet 16 birthday party, red carpet photos of Demi revealed scars on her wrists. Tabloids speculated that the teen star was hurting herself. As E! News reported at the time, Demi's reps claimed the marks were caused by her bracelets. Demi continued to focus on work, but the press wouldn't leave her alone. They buzzed about Demi and Joe Jonas becoming more than just friends.
You guys did keep it secret for a while there. How did that come about?
They were always really secretive with their relationships. I think they didn't want to, like, affect their brand or anything like that. And
Which makes sense.
it makes a lot of sense. Every time I see, like, a younger, guy come into the industry, or when, like, X Factor contestants, and when in the very first audition you'd say, do you have a girlfriend? And they were, like, the heartthrob kind of looking kids. If they said no, I would immediately say good answer. Because as much as people don't think it's true, it's like it does affect your brand. That's kind of just what I always saw, and that's how it was supposed to be. It's just, like, secretive. And then I think the main thing was we had always had a strong chemistry prior to dating. There were always feelings there, but we never acted on them because I was under 18. And then once I, was about to turn 18, I then made him feel comfortable to, like, actually go for it.
Question. What do you say you and I break away later and I finally take you on the first date?
Answer, I'd like that.
Coming up,
He said, hey, heads up. I talked about smoking pot with you and Miley, and I was like, we smoke pot together.
or some badass